EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Damn, can I set my lineup, bro? Shit, I just got in the game. You got 30 seconds. Fuck it, I don't care about the beach ass.
Ready? 5'9". I got him. Hey, check 24. 11. 26.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Mike 41. Let's go. Hey, easy. Move.
On second down, Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here goes 21. 95, 56.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Check. Check 50. Watch safety creeping.
So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, Breeze. Ginn has it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Again, it's Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
All week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry now. This is Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, D. Check 3. He's checking. 54, right there. 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Right here. Mike's 54.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Don't be scared of it. Check 24.
Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. It's caught at the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 27, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And the ball is knocked out.
The offense retains possession.
On set. 19. 36. I got it. Showing up. Showing up. 59.
On 1st down, Watson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete. Stills. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a 1st down. But I think they wanted to break tendency there. Catch the defense playing for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Check safety. Check safety. What? 24. 26. Watch the ship. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it. 25.
They are going for it. Here's Watson going deep here for Stills. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 52 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready. 95, 56.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
Well, as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the all-pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
0-2, 0-2. 9-41. Let's get it together, defense. Here we go.
A give to Kamara running right. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch it. Watch. 11.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check three. Back. 5-9.
Breeze now on first down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Ready? You ready? Sammy! Check 41. Check tight. Check nickel. Shift! Watch the shift!
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Intermission, it's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 41, Mike 41. 3 bud. Watch out.
Here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Angelo Blackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
41 Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
41 to Mike. Check 41. And we got to get to the ball.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. Being chased out left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Ready. Lady.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Kill.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. Down of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And Stills bringing it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Again, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he will have a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
36.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Ginn has it complete. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Breeze to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the end zone, Watson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Right there. Right there. 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 77.
He quit. He quit. He said, no.
By the nighttime, it took me so long.